So in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about some statistics, how we can use tables to organize data, and how we can analyze data in a way that we can use it and it means something. So there's an example here, which is a problem to solve, and it's about daily exercise and a sleep diary. Just going to highlight that, daily exercise and a sleep diary. Okay, it says a student's been feeling low in energy and unable to concentrate during the day. A health advisor has recommended they keep a diary for a week to track their daily exercise, their sleep, and their screen time before bed. They recorded the following data. Okay, so we've got a whole lot of data now in this table. And what we want to do is we want to arrange that data in a meaningful way so that we can look at it and understand it. When it's in this kind of format, it just looks like a bunch of words and a bunch of numbers, and it's kind of hard to understand. And then we've got this question that says step 1, which says, what can you initially infer from the data? Now, infer means what sort of patterns do you see, or what can you work out from the data? And when it's in the current form, it's actually really hard to work it out. So let's have a look at how we can do that. I'm going to suggest, so step 2, it says create a table. And we're actually going to start with that. So how do we do a table? First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to, just going to create a box there, and I'm going to create a box there. All right, now on this this top one, I'm going to actually make 7 columns because I want to have the 7 days of the week. So I'm going to divide it into 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've actually left a bit of extra space, so I've actually got 8, but that doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to check what the first day they had. Okay, their first day in this is Sunday, so I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to make this Sunday. Then we've got Monday. I'm going to write all the days of the week along the top. And Saturday. All right. Now, down the other column, what we're going to do is we're going to put the things that are happening each of these days. So we've got the exercise. Oh, it's not quite what I meant to do, but anyways. So we've got the exercise minutes. We've got the screen time before bed. And we've got the time they went to sleep and the time they awoke. And I'm going to put them in that order because that makes more sense to me. So exercise, screen before bed, bedtime, and wake up time. All right, now to make this into a table, what we're going to need is some lines just so that, okay, so we're going to put, actually we'll just go to there. And we're going to want one more at the bottom there. Okay, and we're going to do lines going down this way too. All right, so we've got some columns and we've got some rows. Now we need to transfer the data from what we've got over here onto our table. So on Sunday, we can see that the exercise minutes were 30 and the screen time before bed was 2 hours. So I'm going to put that in. So Sunday exercise was 30 and screen before bed was 2 hours. 30, and I'll just put in minutes. I won't do that for all of them, but just so that we can see. Okay, bedtime time do they go to bed? So they went to bed at 22:00 and woke up at 7. Now, this is going to create a little complication because it's in 24-hour time, and I actually want to have it in 12-hour time. So we need to do a quick conversion. To turn a 24-hour time into a 12-hour time, we need to take 12 off it. So if we've got 22:00, we subtract 12, and that's going to be 10. So that becomes 10 p.m. And 7 is 7 a.m. And I can put those in my table. So bedtime is 10 p.m. and wake up time is 7 a.m. Then we've got to just do the same thing for all the other days. So Monday, exercise was 0 and screen time was 4 hours. So we put them in 0, 4. Bedtime is 01:00, so that's 1 a.m. and 06:00, so that's 6 a.m. 1 a.m., 6 a.m. All right, I'm just going to go through and do all the rest of them. So exercise in minutes, I've got 15, 45, 20, 0, 60. So exercise, I can just put them straight in the exercise column. So Tuesday exercise is 15. Wednesday exercise is 45. Thursday exercise is 20. Friday is 0 and Saturday is 60. So we're just populating all our exercise times in. Then we've got to do screen time before bed. So we've got Tuesday is 1 hour. So screen before bed is 1 hour. Then it's 3 hours. Then it's 2 hours, 5 hours, 1 hour. Go to bed, bedtime. Okay, so 23:30. That changes to 11:30 p.m. Wake up time is 7 a.m. Then we've got 22:30, so it's 11:30 again. No, sorry, it's 10:30 that day. 10:30 p.m. and we wake at 6:30 a.m. Screen time, and then next day, Thursday, looks like it's okay. So sleep time is 12. That 00 means exactly 12 a.m. That's midnight, and 7 is 7 in the morning. So Thursday is 12 a.m., 7 a.m. Then we've got 2 a.m., 7 a.m., 2 a.m., 7 a.m. And on the last day was 11 p.m. and 9 a.m. If those conversions of working out the 24-hour clock to the 12-hour clock takes you a little bit longer at first, that's fine. It just, with more practice, you get faster. All right, then what we want to do is I want to work out how long we actually slept for. So we're going to put in our sleep time here, and we can calculate that because we know our go to bed time and we know our wake up time. If we calculate the time in between those, we can work out our sleep time. All right, this is how we do it. Let's draw a little timeline. It's going to look like this. I'm going to put a line in the middle, and on that line, I'm going to call that 12 a.m. So that's midnight. Then I'm going to put the other hours in. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just extend this a little bit. 6, 7. And I'll go back. So we've got 11 a.m., 10 a.m., 9, 8, 7. So I'll just write them in. 11 p.m., 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 7 p.m. And then on the other side, we've got 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So some of them go up to 9, but you'll get the idea from this anyways. All right, so the first one, if we look at it, they're going to go to bed at 10 p.m. and they wake up at 7 a.m. and we want to work out how long they slept for. So first thing we do is we just find those numbers on here. So they're going to bed here and they're waking up here. So we need to work out the distance. And it's sometimes easy to do it with the counting the hours up to midnight. So 1, 2. So we've got 2 on that side, 2 hours. And then on this side, we can count them as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. So a total of 7 hours. And then we've just put them together because we want to go from here all the way to there. So 2 plus 7 is 9 hours. So I know my sleep time is 9 hours. I'll show you one more. Okay, let's go. So this one, we're going to bed at 1 a.m. and getting up at 6 a.m. So 1 a.m. is here, 6 a.m. is here. Now this one's going to be even easier because it doesn't go over midnight. So we've got 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Or 6 take 1 is going to be 5. So that's 5 hours. All right, and you can just keep using that timeline as much as you need to. I'm just going to do them a bit, do them from using mental skills that you'll develop as you get more practice with this. So that one's going to be 7 hours, 30 minutes. This one is going to be, so 6:30, it's an hour and a half to midnight, plus 6 hours 30, so hour and a half plus 6 hours 30, so that's going to be 8 hours. 8 hours. 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. is 7 hours. 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. is 5 hours. And 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. is 10 hours. All right. Now, what we want to do is I'm going to go back to my highlighter here. And I want to have a look at these, because now that we've got all the information in the table, we can start to analyze it. We can start to get an idea of what it actually means. So, because there's this question that says, what do you initially infer from the data? What can you see in the data? So let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. Okay, the days that we did the most exercise were this day. We did 60 minutes, and this day. Okay, and let's have a look at the days that we had the most screen time. So I'll do the screen time in a different color. This was a big screen time day. 5 is the biggest number there, and 4. Okay. Now, on the big screen time days, let's have a look. I only got 5 hours sleep. And on this screen time day, I also only got 5 hours sleep. On my exercise, the high exercise day, I got 8 hours and 10 hours. So it's only a start, but I'm already starting to see a pattern. When we do a lot of exercise, like these days, I seem to get more sleep. And when I do a lot of screen time, like these days, I seem to get less sleep. So what can you infer from the data? I think that it seems like that exercise is helping us to sleep longer, and screens before bed is meaning that we're sleeping less. All right, so this says use a ruler to create a table. We've done that. Table A, daily habits data. We did columns, days of the week. Yep, we did that. Columns are the ones going down. And rows, we did minutes of exercise, screen time, hours. Okay, and we did that. Table B, well, we put that in the same thing. Hours slept each night. All right, then we've got to do step 3. This says list the minutes of exercise in ascending order. All right, so if we were going to do that, we could get rid of, maybe I'll do it up here, A, ascending order. So exercise, so we need to find ascending order, we need to find the lowest numbers first. So we've got 0 and 0, so I'm going to put 0, comma, 0. And then the next lowest number is 15. So I'm going to put 15. Then the next lowest number is 20. So I'll put 20. Then 30. Then 45. Sometimes it's good just to tick them off as you do them so you know which ones you've done and which ones you haven't done. Okay, so there's my exercise data arranged from lowest to highest. Now what else does it ask us? What is the mode? Okay, the mode means the number that repeats or comes up the most times. Now we see 60. Oh, 60 only comes up once. Oh, sorry, 45 only comes up once. Why does it keep doing that? Stop doing that. 30 comes up once, 20 comes up once, 15 comes up once, but 0 comes up twice. So 0 is actually our mode. So part B, the answer is mode is equal to 0, which means 0 is the number that comes up the most times. What else do we have to look at? The median. Median means the number that's in the middle when we arrange them from lowest to smallest. Okay, so let's try and work that out. Let's get rid of this. Oh. All right, to work out the mode, so, all right, that's the first number, that's the last number, and that's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we see this number's in the middle. So that means our median is equal to the 20. And it's as simple as that, just finding the number in the middle. It sounds very fancy, but it's not that difficult really. And then we've got D. What did that ask us? That wants us to, what is the maximum number of minutes exercised? All right, so we're going to look for the biggest number. All right, our biggest number is going to be 60. So maximum is equal to 60 minutes. So we do E. I think that's going to ask us the minimum. All right, so we go up and have a look for the minimum. All right, we know the minimum is 0. So minimum is equal to 0 minutes. Means the least exercise we did was 0. The range means taking the smallest from the biggest. So range. F is range. And we go 60, take away 0. So our biggest take away our smallest. And in this case, 60 take 0 is still 60. So range is still 60 minutes. And G, calculate the mean. Okay. So G is probably, I'm just going to do that one over here. So G, what we need to do is we need to add all the numbers up together. So let's add them together. So if we go 0 plus 0 plus 15 plus 20 plus 30 plus 45 plus 60. Now, if you want to, you can do that with your calculator. And that's going to give you, I think it came up to 170. So it's equal to the total over, which means divided by the number of data pieces, let's call it. So we've got total over that. So the total is 170 divided by number of data pieces. So how many data pieces have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 120 divided by 7. Okay, we're going to have to punch that into the calculator. Equals 24, and my calculator says 0.2857, blah, 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 but I'm just going to say 24.3. All right, so that is how you do a question like this, and why this is why a table can be very helpful, because it shows you information in a way that's going to make it easier for you to understand and make inferences. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an overview of how we can use data and why data can be useful, help us to see things, see patterns, understand things, helps us to work out things. For instance, in this case, we might be wanting to work out how we can sleep better. And this is showing us that exercise is helping us sleep and screen time before bed is not helping us sleep. So hopefully that's helpful. Cheers, everyone.